back.
No one's going to believe me.
Ready, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Orange County Championship Wrestling presents the Royal Ramble. My mic is off. I'm going to try that again.
China-made communist microphone. It doesn't work worth a damn.
Orange County Championship Wrestling presents the Royal Ramble with your hosts, Jonathan Malice and Azrael.
Say my name.
Azrael.
Yes, glory.
We are working early and on Memorial Day to bring you this version of the Royal Ramble. And I want to take a moment to talk about Memorial Day, wish you all a happy Memorial Day, and basically talk a little bit about Memorial Day and some of your Memorial Day memories. Azrael.
Yes.
What are some of your Memorial Day memories, as a child, barbecues and whatnot?
Memorial Day is a sacred and holy holiday in the Azrael family. It's the day that I remember the American victory over the filthy heathen Indian horde that used to be a pestilence upon this land, letting buffalo run around free.
No.
Have you seen any buffalo lately running around in Stanton? You're welcome.
No. Actually, Memorial Day is to celebrate and honor, not celebrate, but honor the death of people who died on active duty while serving in America's military.
That's when we broke away from the British. Today is when I remember the day that the United States, the red, white, and blue, triumphed over the redcoats. No taxation without representation, the British crown.
No, Azrael, you're thinking of the 4th of July, the Independence Day, the celebration of American independence.
I get drunk on that one, too.
Well, everybody gets drunk on that one. That is like the loudest holiday. But Memorial Day, as I said, is to honor the men who died whilst on active duty. Or men and women, I should say.
We defeated the evil Japaneses at the Battle of Waterloo and raised up the flag there on Iwo Jima, there on D-Day, over, on the Berlin Wall, with David Hasselhoff singing, bring down this wall. And that is what I am remembering today, and I'm about 7.5 margaritas deep into the memorializing of this sacred and holy occasion.
First of all, no. And I don't see how you were able to tie all of those events into one moment.
I've lived a long and varied life.
Yes, as have I. Maybe not as long, but definitely just as varied. When we celebrate Memorial Day, right, we celebrate those who have fallen while on active duty, right? Not necessarily the difference between, say, Memorial Day and Veterans Day. Veterans Day is to honor all veterans who served, all veterans, either in or out of country, during the wars, during peacetime, etc. And then there's Armed Forces Day. Are you familiar with Armed Forces Day?
Do I get drunk on that one, too? I'm pretty sure. I blow up things in my backyard pretty much willy-nilly, so all these days pretty much blend together for Azrael. I barbecue, I blow things up, I put a whipping on a boy that needs a whipping, Marcus Frey and Othello and Sean Black and DeMarco, if you're still in wrestling, DeMarco.
No, he's not. He's busy looking for wheels for that skateboard.
I have brought that up many times. Why isn't there any wheels on the goddamn thing?
It doesn't even have one of them hoverboard type things on that either.
It looked like he left it in his home neighborhood, and he came back, and the thing was on blocks when he came back out, and he's like, no, they took my wheels. But I can't just
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about,
DeMarco's from Long Beach.
DeMarco Wilson walks around. What's he called? Like
Rocket Boy Wilson.
Superboy Wilson or Rocket Boy Wilson. And he has a skateboard with no wheels on it, and I don't see any rockets on that board.
That sounds awfully expensive.
You know what? I'll bet you the day those wheels got stolen was the day he was supposed to show up to our show and decided just not to show up.
That's why he can't make it always.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know how long it takes to skateboard from Long Beach to Orange County?
Right, especially with no wheels on your skateboard.
Yes.
All right, okay.
Yes.
That said, I noticed you got something in your hand there. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
I am excited. King of the Cage, a highlight reel, comes to Citizens Business Bank Arena on Sunday. Bloody Sunday.
Sunday, that's
June 10th.
That's in Ontario, California, at Citizens Bank Arena. If you're familiar with King of the Cage and mixed martial arts, you will be familiar with Citizens Bank Arena. And, it's on MAD TV? right? There should be upwards of 15 fights that night.
Dear
All
God.
full contact, mixed martial arts in a steel cage. Well, it's not an octagon. In a steel cage. This is brought to you by Terry Treblecock, Mike Lowe, and the folks at King of the Cage. Have you like mixed martial arts?
I don't necessarily like things to mix. I like separate but equal martial arts. You know what I mean? You be over here with the white belts, and then maybe the black belts can be over there.
Yeah,
in a
then the brown
separate but
belts
equal
stay away from the white
facility,
belts.
and there ain't no mixing in none of these things. I appreciate the jujitsu, however, because I don't really necessarily like any of those people. And if there's a way to fight them real good, then I approve of that.
The views and opinions expressed by Azrael are not necessary. Do not reflect the views and opinions of Free Admission, OCCW,
Why do
or
you
those
say
of us at the
that?
Royal Ramble. Anyone else in their right mind. Moving along. So, Armed Forces Day honors all the armed forces, and actually many different
Even the
nations.
National Guard.
Yes,
God, why?
even the
the Boy
Coast Guard.
Scouts of the USA.
The Coast Guard as well.
Okay.
And it's different countries do it. Canada, I think.
What they ever win? What, the Mountie? What, they come and they write me some fines for getting too many trout out of the river and they get a medal?
Well, to be fair, the United States did try to rip off half a country from Canada and got actually stopped and dead in their tracks.
When did this happen?
Well before I was born.
Alaska? No.
In fact, they set fire to the White House during one of these battles.
No.
Yes,
What?
absolutely.
The White House didn't ever burn.
They tried.
I'm looking into
Well, it
this.
didn't burn to the ground, but they did set it on fire. Which
This is why everyone needs a gun. 27 guns in the house for when the redcoats come back. You ain't gonna get me with my pants down again, Your Majesty.
right. Yes. No. We don't want to see Danny with his pants down.
You're lying to me. You're lying to me.
Yes. No. Yes. No.
You
Did I
people
just
do.
say that? Yes. No.
I'm wearing you down.
Yes, you are. Okay, so typically Memorial Day kicks off the summer season. Kids get out of school, people start barbecuing, and all the summertime activities across the country begin. Typically here in California, where we're located, it's kind of summer all year long, isn't it?
Thank God, that's why I live in California. We had the War of America versus Mexico, and we took the part of Mexico that was good and named it California. You're welcome. The rest of you trolls get back into the southern deserts while I live by the glorious ocean.
So you're saying we took the part of Mexico that was good and named it California?
That's what I'm remembering
Okay,
today.
so how do you explain Texas?
Texas,
We
I
took
need
the
a
part
place
that
for
was
the
bad
cows.
and named it Texas?
There's a lot of big, stupid animals in Texas, and also some cows. Your stupid hats.
Yes. Remember the Alamo?
No, what?
No.
Are we remembering that today too?
No, we're not remembering.
Jim Bowie killed 50 men with a single knife. Except, there was all the Mexicans came in one car to the Alamo and tried to take him over.
Yes, yeah.
Chuck Norris was there. USA, USA.
Yes, yeah. You know what?
America.
You just don't see that image enough these days.
No.
Around the world, people know this flag, right? Around the world, people talk about Armed Forces Day. It isn't just an American thing, but we're talking about Memorial Day.
You better be.
Earlier on, we talked about some of your favorite war movies, right? From days past. What is your favorite war movie?
I was looking for Saving Ryan's Privates on the U-Boat, and then something else came up with Tom Hanks, and I decided I'll just watch this for 2 hours, and it was a good movie.
What was it called?
Saving Private Ryan. I
Saving
believe.
Private Ryan, right? Okay. That's about D-Day minus. It goes up to.
So you beat the Nazis. Yeah.
Me? No, not
Yeah,
me. I hadn't been born.
I don't know, how old are you?
Not old enough to have beaten
You
any
won,
Nazis.
huh?
Both my grandfathers fought the
They
Nazis, though.
Okay.
Yes, they did.
They won, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They came back
I
home.
see quite a few of them flags getting sold lately.
Yeah.
You might want to look into that again, Johnny.
Well, if they were still around, they'd probably kill a few more.
Okay.
We were talking about. Okay, let me take this out of your hands, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to apologize because, as is clearly evident, Azrael is more than his usual randy self, and I don't know if I am slurring my speech, or I may be. Am I? Yes.
No,
Okay.
you sound delightful.
Well, thank you. Being as it is Memorial Day, we tipped our glasses to honor said active duty members who have passed on. So, I apologize for Danny's behavior.
Quit saying my slave name.
I'm sorry.
You do not know how wrestling works, god damn it.
Let's talk about wrestling, shall we?
Yes.
And let's talk about house rules.
Don't mind if I do.
Scheduled for December 2nd?
No, not December.
Oh, God.
June 2nd.
June 2nd.
This Saturday. Well, it's still hot outside. Come to the De La Jiu-Jitsu School. At, what are we at? 5 o'clock? 6 o'clock.
The doors open at 5:30. Bell time is at 6. That is at 8381 Catella Avenue. That is in Stanton, California. 8381 Catella Avenue in Stanton, California.
And I got rid of all of the homeless people that used to live in the alley,
Oh,
so
God,
you
I
can
wish that
come
were true.
in unmolested. Thanks to me.
At
You're
least by
welcome.
the homeless people.
We're remembering Azrael on this Memorial Day and his service to the community.
Are we?
Yes.
Okay, on this
Do
particular
you
day.
see the study buddies anymore on OCCW? No, you're welcome.
Yes, that might have more to do with their negotiating
Jimmy
tactics.
Mayhem? No? Ha! Triumph by me. Max Ammo! Back to England. USA!
Okay, why am I still seeing this?
USA!
All right, sorry. I'm trying to... Then why do I still see that?
I don't know what kind of porn you watch.
That's not porn.
Dear God! Hold on.
I'm trying to see us on my phone so that I can respond if anyone else is watching and not barbecuing and having a really good time.
This.
Okay, thank you.
I'll handle this.
I'm
watching. Tom Dupre is watching.
Tom Dupre. Hey,
Hello,
by
Tom.
the way, Billy Bonds left his bag with his referee and his knee braces and everything in there. Hey, can you turn that down? Thank you.
I'm watching me on the TV.
You're watching you on the TV. We have we have Freddie Helmuth scheduled to wrestle Tony Reyes June 2nd in a get back match. Of course, Tony Reyes, a stalwart on the OCCW roster. Freddie Helmuth, an old friend of yours. What are you doing?
I'm greeting your mini fans.
He's changing my. He's putting rainbows and stuff on my.
Azrael is the wallpaper on a Jonathan Malice's phone because Jonathan Malice doesn't know how to work his own cell phone. You go with the rotary dial. That's why if you call Jonathan Malice, it might take a while to get through.
Let's be fair. I've made a living without a phone in my hand, yes, up till now, and so I am a little bit slow on getting back to people with their nudging and their inner webs and all that. But I'm learning, and it'll be, at least I figured out how to keep people from stealing my phone and posting their own videos online. Is there anything you would care to add?
Christina, Nicole, CJ and Fonnie, and Tom Dupre are all friends of the program.
John posted that, or I'm sorry, Azrael here posted that I am a sissy pants.
John and Ditto, the Malice people, you are a sissy pants, and you've been ducking me for a long time. What are the other matches at House Rules? I'm fighting somebody.
Yes, well, let's talk a little bit about Helmuth versus Reyes first before we go
I hope
on.
they both die.
You hope they both die.
Yes, they've
Isn't
Tony Reyes hit me
those-
with the brass knuckles.
When was this?
You were there. You were in the match with him. You were handcuffed to something. You
I know
weirdo.
Ortega.
You get handcuffed to something every
Well, I was
second
handcuffed-
match.
Well,
You just like handcuffs.
I'm into that sort of thing.
We need to have a talk about
Okay.
this.
There's only one Azrael, thank God. So you want to see them both lose?
Yes.
How are we going to? How is that going to happen?
Tony Reyes lands on Helmuth and dies of a heart attack. Neither one of them. He's a big fella.
Well,
I'll fight them both, by God.
you did, and did you defeat? You probably beat them both, didn't you?
Maybe once. I don't remember exactly.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna go with. Who are you picking to win that? Will you stop that?
In America, we believe in guns. And Azrael has guns, baby.
Those aren't guns.
These are 22 rifle cannons howitzers. Flex your stupid arms. Yes.
Stupid arms.
That's the right to bear arms. I can show them
Those
whatever
arms are
I
definitely
want.
great. Look, I think you got the farmer's tank going on there. You know,
White is
ladies
bad.
and gentlemen, I want to apologize for Azrael's
Tony
behavior.
Reyes is going to win.
Okay, so he's taking Tony Reyes.
Because
All right.
he's from the South also.
Oh, that's right, and he's
Also a war hero, I'm pretty sure.
also well, he is a veteran, yes, but he was in the Navy.
The only thing Freddie Helmuth ever served is me my ice cream cones.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I know you have a bit of a history with Freddie Helmuth, and now
He belongs in the gutter trying to hit me with a kendo stick. That's not fair when people just use weapons on other people in matches. That doesn't make any kind of sense. It's a bare knuckles pursuit, you know, man against man.
if I'm not mistaken, you took all kinds of weaponry to Othello in your last match.
Doesn't really count now, does it? Tell me how. What? I don't know what. So?
All right.
I've read the Constitution front to back, and I'm well within my rights.
So okay, I'm gonna go with Freddie Helmuth as well. You know,
Okay.
just because. Okay.
So no title shot for Tony Reyes. That
Hey,
he
look at this. CJ Infante.
demanded.
CJ Infante says I'm sexy.
I'm pretty sure she's not talking to you.
Well,
You're
that's
like
what it
50.
says.
She must have father issues. That's fine.
And then she put these 3 happy faces. Is she trying to insinuate
That's
something?
a lot of happy faces.
All right, we're going to move on to Suburban Justice, which is the team of Drew Masters and Chris Camacho, against the tag team champions, La Raza. La Raza, you out there? Or are you guys busy working one of your 18
They're
jobs?
working. He's
Yes.
got stuff to do. Painting fences and chicken coops and whatnot. I don't know what they have them doing these days.
Well-
Mowing my lawn.
Are they mowing your lawn right now? No, they're the they're the Orange County Championship Wrestling Tag Team Champions. They're up against Suburban Justice, the young and up-and-comers. What do you have to say about this?
I hate young people. Young people with your stupidity and your, I'm going to vote Democrat because I don't have any money and I just want them to give me money and let me go to college and not, die or anything.
Okay, fine.
Bunch of stupidity.
I hate to interrupt, but Lucy is obviously watching you, the girl that you know.
Lucy's called. Why's Lucy want?
All right, Lucy.
Tell Lucy to stay in
You
school.
are now on speaker. You're on speaker
Stay
now.
in school, Lucy.
You thought you would mess with me by calling me while we're on the air. So let's hear what you have to say. Oh, well, hello. Why were you in class today, Lucy? Why were you and your mom not there? What? Turn off your phone. I'm sorry. Turn down the sound on your whatever it is you're watching this and talk to me. You called. Did you think you were going to disrupt me? This is, for those of you who don't know, this is
Lucy,
the
this
little
is an
girl
important
that keeps
program.
stealing my phone and recording videos and pictures of God knows
The
what.
little hooligan that keeps trying to beat me in a jiu-jitsu fight.
She'll do it again.
That sounds like a threat.
Sounds like. Are you threatening me or Danny?
Both.
You see what happens? Today's kids don't know even how to talk on the phone. If it isn't a text,
Yeah,
or
the
an
MySpace and
emoji,
Twitter feed,
emoji or a tweet,
smiley face,
then
happy.
they're completely lost. She's gonna
You
hit, she's
demand vengeance, little person? I'll have you know I'm a master of unarmed combat.
You know what? Here's what I think, Lucy. I think you and all your little wrestling friends should show up. All your amateur wrestling friends should show up on December 2nd at the dojo.
It's June 2nd, old ass man.
It is
Nothing
December.
happens in
It's June
December.
2nd. The show June
This
2nd.
Saturday, school children.
June 2nd. Bring all your little friends from wrestling. You know, the amateur wrestling, and they can see how the pros actually do it. What do you say?
Yeah, learn how to really win matches.
What's that? Who's Danny? That's. Oh, I don't.
None of you know how wrestling works. You've exposed my clever facade.
No, she has not. Everyone knows that Azrael had an earthly name.
That makes sense.
What's this?
That is the body that I used to inhabit.
Okay, so. Hey, Lucy.
Yes.
A sphincter says what?
What?
Damn kids.
stupid
Go back,
kids.
stupid kids. Go back to playing Angry Bird on your phone.
You know, here's the problem with kids her age today. They're too busy with that friggin' chapsnet.
Yeah, it's shap snats. You need more beatings.
Yeah, you know what? I have to agree. You know, you need a chanclazo here and there.
You get a chunkla upside the face.
Yes, exactly.
When I was a boy, I remember.
And she didn't come to class today. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Mister, I want to train tomorrow, even though it's a holiday, John. Come to work for free. And what happened? Nothing. You sat home eating your tortas. All right, that's it. Suburban Justice versus La Raza. Who you got?
La Raza. Because I paid him $20 and a case of Corona to put a beating to Camacho and the other kid, Masters, the Japanese-looking kid. I'm assuming he's Japanese, right?
No, I think he's about as Anglo as you are.
No, with the black hair and whatnot. Come on now, ain't nobody as Anglo-Saxon. I am the waspiest wasp that has ever wasped, except I'm Catholic. Oh, what Anglo? I'm a wask.
You're a wasp?
Waska.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to go with Suburban Justice. Maybe not for the outright winning of the titles, but I think La Raza is going to have to probably try to cut some corners there, and maybe might get caught.
Oh, okay. Okay, you just assume that they're going to be breaking the laws.
Well, that's how they got their title from me and
Racial
Tony in the first place.
profiling.
No, they cheated to get on. You said it yourself. I was handcuffed to the ropes while they put Tony through that cage. And or through that table.
Tony jumped on us. You got beat.
No.
You got pinned by somebody.
No.
Then who got pinned by somebody?
You did.
No, I didn't.
I think it was you.
No.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you heard it here first, ladies and
So
gentlemen.
I lost your tag team titles.
No.
What a burn that must be.
No, we lost our tag team titles to La Raza.
Okay.
It was a 2 out of 3. You remember this?
I got pinned by somebody. I do remember
that.
that.
No, that was when we won the titles.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Yes.
Right. We won the titles from.
Okay.
Right.
Tony Reyes hit me in the head with the brass knuckles. I want that on record.
This portion of our show is brought to you by King of the Cage. They are friends of our show, and they are holding the at Citizens Bank Arena. They are holding a highlight reel. That is Sunday, June 10th, 2018. The doors open at 3 p.m. The fight starts at 4 p.m. If you would like to go, and if you are a fan of Orange County Championship Wrestling, or the Royal Ramble, or both, or Della O Jiu-Jitsu,
Or you give me $20.
No, I have free passes. If you are interested, hit us up here on free admission, and we will give you as many. Well, not as many. If you want like 10,000 of it, I'm not going to help you out. But if you want 5 or more, up between 5 and 10 free passes, you can bring your family, or you can bring your tia Toncha and your 12 cousins and her 12 kids, and you can come see highlight reel by King of the Cage at the Citizens Bank Arena in Ontario. Hit us up. I got you, baby. Mm-hmm.
I hear Freddie Flores needs tickets for his family, so that's probably this whole stack and about 57 more that you're going to have to procure.
Freddie Flores, you are in luck because I have stacks this high of tickets for you to bring your entire village
Whole village.
to come see professional MMA in Ontario. Christina Nicole wants 10. All right, Christina Nicole, you got it. Joey the Bull, hey, are they hiring a real ring announcer like me, Joey the Bull? Yes,
Sure.
they are hiring one like you, Joey the Bull, but they're
But
not hiring
you.
Joey the Bull.
I want a boyfriend like you, but not you.
I bet you Danny's heard that a few times.
More than once. Yes. And what match is next at House Rules? Heidi versus Hilda. Gonna have a little, girl on
No,
girl.
they're not going to be there.
Oh, why? What did you do?
Hilda is doing some sort of festival that day. Or something
Oh,
like that.
okay.
Some communist.
Never.
nonsense.
You're a communist.
You're a communist.
You're one of them Muslim communists.
There's no
Praying
such
to
thing as a
Mecca
Muslim
to
communist.
pray to Karl Marx because you commune all the time. That's how that works.
Commune with the dead or something like that? No.
Yes.
Are you familiar with how communism works and then how they are non-religious and
No.
Muslims are religious? They
No.
practice
You're a
Islam.
communist Muslim.
Communist
Common Muslims.
When the terrorists take over, they're going to ban all such things, right? Like pro
Yes.
wrestling and like all the liberals are trying to take away our guns. And
Why are you trying to do that?
Why are we trying?
Why do you want to take my guns? They're mine. I bought them.
First of all, I
They
don't
belong
want
to
your
me.
cheap ass guns. All right, All right? I want something that will actually go in a straight line. When I point it at a target, it'll actually hit it. All right? Your weak-ass Glocks and your friggin' AR-15s.
That goes like this.
Weak nonsense.
It's a firing hose of bullets.
What you need is get yourself a man's gun. A 1911, and then we're talking. All right. But I digress.
That's
This
the
is
year
not-
you were born.
That's the year I met your mom. I was born in the
My mom's a nice lady.
She sure is.
She's mostly ashamed of me, but that's fine.
But, you know.
Then this one is probably... I'm not going to any festival. I don't believe in nothing.
Which brings us to Mikey O'Shea versus Azrael.
Finally.
Azrael versus Mikey O'Shea. Now, typically, Mikey O'Shea is sitting in this seat, and Azrael and him are exchanging verbal tete-a-tetes as you...
It's a battle of wits against an unarmed man.
Typically, I would have to say that you do have the upper hand in such...
O'Shea's like a punching bag. He's shaped like a punching bag, and I just put it to him like he's a punching bag. But, you know, he takes a beating.
And we're going to see it right at the dojo. Mikey O'Shea versus Azrael. What do you have in store for O'Shea?
Mikey O'Shea likes to lay there and take a beating like my ex-wife, you know what I mean? He's not very responsible. I've got the stamina, I've got the youth, I've got the vigor. I'll be rancing and prancing and dancing. And O'Shea, he gonna be messing around. He gonna have a heart attack or an asthma attack or something trying to catch Azrael on June 2nd.
All right, so you're obviously you're gonna pick yourself on that match. You know what? I'm gonna go with Mikey O'Shea.
You are a communist and an un-American.
Well, be that as it may, right? I've seen you and O'Shea wrestle once before.
Twice, I'm pretty sure.
Well, you know, other times I was watching other things. I don't remember, but I do when you guys wrestled each other at Cage Match, and you guys had a really a knockdown, drag out, rock and roll type of match. Now. What are you going to do differently this time, and what are you going to do the same? What did work for you in the past, and what will work for you in this next match?
I'm going to use my agility, my sex appeal, my je ne sais quoi, so to speak. I've got leather pants this time, which I didn't before. That's at least, you know, a +5, and they make my booty look fantastic. I've been making the booty gains. Hashtag Instagram Azrael booty gains. Mikey O'Shea got nothing. He knows he got nothing. He ain't gonna never beat me again, and he ain't never gonna did neither, boy.
I'm going to ask our panel of experts, what are booty gains?
Hashtag.
Mikey doesn't know? Okay.
I've been doing the squats so that strangers will love me on the internet, because that is what that is for.
Are booty gains when your ass gets bigger? Is that what a booty gains means?
I was trying to throw O'Shea, and that was a bad idea back in April. But I have since squatted 3 plates per side, and I have, you know, the back. Azrael got back, damn it. And the pants accentuate everything I got. And I'm going to put it all towards beating Mikey O'Shea on June 2nd, Michael. Michael's one of them, you know, filthy Mick Irish. I'm one of the ones that have money and could pass for Protestant in polite company.
Did you just say what I think you just said? The views and opinions of Azrael are the views and opinions of him alone. They do not reflect OCCW, Free Admission Channel, or anyone else in their right mind.
Get back to the slums of Dublin, O'Shea, and join the IRA, you piece of trash. I, however, have a future. Now that there's going to be a new King of England, Harry, and that other broad, you know, I'm ready to bend the knee finally. Is he now the King of England? How does that work?
No, he's like the sixth. We have to, again, ask our panel. Is he like the 6th in line? Like 5 other people have to die before him to become the king?
I'll get to working.
No? How many? No, because he's got an older brother, yes?
I'm going to call Max Ammo. If you're watching the program, Max Ammo, write in and tell me how far is Max Ammo from the throne of Britain?
Yeah, probably he's a lot further than you and I are.
Can he pull the protein bar out of the stone?
He's about to be deported back to England, by the way. So Max Ammo, we had your going away party that, by the way, this man did not attend this weekend.
I hate everyone.
Because he hates Max Ammo. Right? Why do you hate Max Ammo?
You know, he hit me with something at some point. All these people are vicious to me. You know, I don't know. Was it something I said or did?
Could have been. You know, I find that people get offended by things that I say just off, you know, that are true. I don't know why they would get offended at what you say.
Well, you're a bad person.
Yeah,
You know,
yes. You're only speaking the truth out here, right? Mm.
Facts. True facts, real talk. That's right.
We had
Okay.
Prince William
Getting
and Princess
there.
Kate. Is that his older brother? Is that Harry's older brother? And they are the next king and queen. What about Prince Charles?
That the big-eared goofy?
Can they do that? Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, he's never going to be king?
Fight to the death.
Who, the queen mum?
Talk about a
Can you do
vampire.
that?
How old is this woman?
Yeah, right?
The queen has been bathing in the blood of innocent Catholic children for like 150 years at this point.
I when I was a kid, she was queen.
And she was still old, right?
Yeah,
Hasn't she
she's been old for as
been
long as I can
85?
Yeah.
When was she hot?
Yeah.
When was there a picture of the queen looking not disgusted?
Well, I don't know about that.
She's looked like this for quite a while. Like
Yeah,
the crypt keepers in charge of England.
She's older than Methuselah and twice as slow.
Okay.
That said, what were we talking about? We're talking about
Othello's gonna be at House Rules.
No.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure. Yes, I am
Okay.
absolutely damn positive that Othello's going to be there.
Okay.
And he's going to be taking on an old nemesis, Rudy. Now, you can say, well, they've wrestled each other how many times? Why are they wrestling each other again?
540. Rudy hates life and is trying to end it in any way possible, and he's been, stymied so far by Othello and his
Rudy-
unwillingness to kill him.
Othello has been defending the title against any and all comers, not just on our show, but, on some of the other shows.
Freddie Flores stuck up to the plate, also
Yes.
from OCCW.
Went down, and he's been Othello's been knocking people down left and right. A classic matchup with Vintage Dragon, back and forth. I wouldn't mind seeing that again. But the reason why Rudy is wrestling Othello again, do we have that footage? We'll have it up later this week. He came to me and said, John, if I don't get another shot at Othello, he was going to leave the business.
Good! Zed told him no! Why do you hate Rudy so much that you want to see him die before the age of 23?
Well, I didn't want to see him die before the age of 23.
God, Indians must hate themselves.
But,
Rightfully so.
I told him, I go, look, I can't keep marching you out there. I really appreciate what you and some of the guys have done in the past to help put OCCW where it is now. But if you lose this match with Othello, you're nowhere. No one's going to buy a ticket to see you. I'm not going to be able to pay you what you need. So if you lose this match to Othello, DQ, pinfall, count out, Rudy, you're done with OCCW. Period.
Rudy,
That's how it's going down.
Rudy
You are
would
not
lose
going.
this.
If you, like I said, if you can't beat Othello, there's nowhere else for you to go.
So you're telling me if Rudy loses, it goes bad for Rudy this Saturday. No reason. No reason. I'm asking for a friend.
I'm sorry if you think.
I will also be in the building.
I am sorry if you think that's funny, but yeah, I mean, I can't keep accommodating Rudy and putting the champ in a bad situation. I mean, he's beaten this guy how many times?
47.
And now this is it. I'm sorry. So, Rudy, I wish you the best of luck. If you do manage to defeat Othello, well, of course, there's going to be a rematch and probably a whole other set of rematches. The reality is this, Rudy. You're a good dude. You're a good man. I appreciate everything you've done for us. Sometimes we just hit the wall.
I like building walls. There is no such thing as, a lot of them hit the walls, but walls are very sturdy, and if they're nice and high, they can keep people that you don't want out of your business. Out of your business. How dare Rudy be in OCCW on my land before I got here? And I will see him expelled.
Yes, well, I don't wish anyone to be expelled. I want to see everybody go on and be prosperous and do well at
You told him
OCCW, except for guys
No, you don't.
like John Adams and Bill Alvarez. But
Hello, John.
are you friends with that guy still?
He hates me. I got him fired.
From where?
Everywhere.
The guy's a piece of
I'm
shit.
a bad person.
When someone like John Allen doesn't like you, you're doing well. You're doing well.
How does Ali feel about you? Does Ali still like?
I don't know if he
Very
feels
good
anything
friends.
anymore. He's burned so many nerve endings and portions of his brain that he doesn't feel anything. Oh my God, he hates me almost as much as the pink elephant.
Pretty sure Ali's one of them Muslims anyway. They don't have souls.
I did not. No, I do not dislike Nick Ali because of his
Don't lie to me.
his religion or ethnicity or anything like that. That is House Rules, June 2nd at the Orange County Championship Wrestling Dojo. Doors open at 5:30. Bell time's at 6 o'clock. Tickets are $10 pre-sale, $15 at the door. Do not miss this show. You're going to see some of the best, and there's also other matches that we didn't get a chance to talk about that are still in negotiation. You'll get to see this man right here.
Gaze at it. Bask in the glory. I'm very shiny. I will be ready to go on June 2nd. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You know what I needed to get off of my chest? A lot of people running around with spreading their commie liberal lies and
Hold on,
falsehoods.
I'm a liberal and I'm not
You
a
know what I
commie.
mean? I heard you talking the Earth is round. We didn't go to outer space. Talking about how the Earth is round. That's some kind of NASA communist plot. The Chinese put all those pictures to make us waste money on
The
schools.
communist Chinese.
The communist
Waste
Muslim
money on
Chinese.
schools.
Wasting monies on schools and their laser programs. and
Laser
their-
programs?
Yeah, you know, they're shooting lasers over there in
Wait,
China
hold
with the
on.
solar panels that makes the sunlight. That's against God. You know, God wants you to get oil out of the ground.
And coal.
And coal.
Okay, first of all,
The Earth is flat. Like your girlfriend. Yeah, all of you. You're all pathetic.
the Earth is round.
No.
Like your girlfriend.
No.
Or, well, like
No.
your girlfriend out there.
No.
So,
How can...
I don't...
What kind of sense does that make? Why don't we fly off? If it's a ball spinning around...
Okay,
at a Titanic
I'm going
rate
to tell you,
of
you ever
speed-
sat in a rope swing?
No,
And then your
I'm
friends-
not gay. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with being in a rope swing. I've
Or
got
being
little,
gay.
Little drag. I like that I jumped to the rope swing. There's nothing wrong with enjoying an occasional rope swing.
When you were a child, rope swings tied to a tree with a big tire on it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No. When I was a boy, I did manly things like, you know, lynching. And
Okay.
such.
When I was a kid, we had a
Okay.
rope swing in our school. We had one in our yard, and we would sit in the rope swing. Your friends would twirl it up real tight, and then let it go and it'd spin real fast. And you were like, your legs were pulled against you. They were either pulled away from you or pushed in. That's called centrifugal force. Say this with me. Centrifugal force. Centrifugal force.
Centrifugal
Centrifugal.
forks.
When it spun, right, it created gravity.
You're
The
a
Earth
witch
is
doctor.
spinning.
You are a
It's
Muslim
creating
witch
a gravitational pull that keeps us here on the planet without flying off.
Pretty sure you made that up right now.
No.
You just made that up.
No,
Nope.
this
Show
was-
me a picture.
this was-
Show me a picture of centrifugal force. That I
A
can...
picture of centrifugal force?
Yeah.
Is that like a picture of thoughts and ideas?
So the sun is up there, and then it
Is the-
moves
is the sun
away
flat too?
from
Wait, is the
12
sun
to
flat
2. No. Yes. Actually,
Sun is
yeah,
also
it's
flat.
a disc. It's a you drawing the sun in school. You draw the circle, and then you put the little eyes and the happy face on it.
Why don't we get to see the eyes and the happy face?
Have you ever looked directly at the sun?
No, I can't say that I have.
No.
Well, at least not in my adult life.
No.
You know why that is?
You know,
It'll burn your eyes!
What keeps the oceans in place? Why don't the oceans just go flying off the side? Because I put water on a basketball, and I spins my basketball, and then the water just flies everywhere. So why doesn't the ocean just go flying into the abyss?
Well, because you have to
By
spin the
laser.
basketball a little bit harder, a little bit faster, and the water will stay on. It'll actually absorb into the ball.
No. We are surrounded by a layer of ice, and all of these global warming pictures of the melting ice, also a communist Chinese plot.
Speaking of communist Chinese, Lance Winters says that you need to be on his Bully Zone podcast.
Is
Podcast.
Lance Winters a Chinese?
No, he's a communist bastard.
No, he's... Oh, what? No!
Well, I don't know. His mother, his parent, I don't know.
You
what
want
his
to take
mother's
away my
mother's
money
name.
and give it to poor people so they're less poor? That doesn't make any sense. I like them poor. It makes me feel better.
Oh, Joey the Bull says, don't let me have my own podcast. It will be bigger than this snore.
Joey the Bull, you looking to get unbooked, boy? You cruising for a bruising, Joey the Bull.
Joey...
You walk in a very precarious, slippery slope there with a lot of centrifugal force gonna push you down that mountain. So why isn't Joey the Bull, flattened on the earth because of centrifugal force? He weighs like 3 times as much as me and you.
Because we have centrifugal force. That's why he weighs more than you and I. If the earth was flat, there would be no centrifugal force and we would all not be as heavy.
Pretty sure space is fake. Why is there a flag flying on the moon if there ain't no wind on the moon?
Well, it's actually not really flying. They pulled it out and had to straighten it out because there was no atmospheric pressure to keep it, flapping and whatnot.
Sounds like a bunch of witch doctor hoodoo voodooery that you're talking about. Why didn't they die of the radiation poisoning? Huh?
Radiation poisoning?
Yeah, everybody knows you go to outer space and it's got radiation poisonings.
I've never heard of getting radiation poisoning.
I am running for president. Yes, America. Stories of the friends next door. They never told.
So, let me get this right. All right. We have a flat Earth. Why don't you go, how
it's not.
How far can you travel west?
To the edge. To the edge, then the ice gets in the way. And
have you ever seen the edge? Have you ever seen the edge of the Earth?
I never been on a plane or nothing, but people have. There's pictures in the forums of the ice.
What?
There's ice.
At the edge of the Earth?
Yes, you go to the edge of the Earth, and there's just walls of ice. I was watching Game of Thrones, and in the Game of Thrones, they had this big giant wall of ice, and that keeps the ocean from flying off into space.
No, I think that they have a wall that keeps the wildlings from coming over into Westeros.
Walls are a good idea. Keeps all the undesirables on that side.
Hey, all those wildlings were white.
I don't understand this, but the other people were even whiter on the other side.
Oh, I see. That's right. So they weren't white enough to be on this side of the wall.
Check them.
Check
one of these things. Here, put the back of one of the tickets up to you. Okay, good. Oh no! Oh no!
Holy yes.
Oh, we're good.
You put the eye in white.
There you go. See, there's a picture there. Yes.
The flyer.
See.
What can you tell me about?
Look at the Lego man. There's Jesus and
Jesus on the right or on the left?
The one with the hat. No, the one with the hat. No, the goatee. I've seen enough paintings to recognize that is the Lord right there, holding up the earth with AJ Styles there holding up because he is the other Jesus. He's wrestling Jesus. AJ Styles, the King of the South. And he's shining the light down on the whole world. Because he's got the whole world
on his plate.
In his hand. No. See, you don't know the song. You're a commie.
What?
You're a communist.
But if he had the whole world in his hands...
I think you're smarter than everybody else with your liberal matter. You sound like Obama. You sound like Obama. They're talking about, raising minimum wage and, I need a gun. If I have a gun, minimum wage is whatever I say it is.
Well, wait a minute. If you had a gun, if you made more minimum wage, you could buy more guns.
I like where this is going.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you could buy more guns. You could buy a bigger flag to put in your back of your pickup truck.
I do need a bigger flag.
And you could even get 2. You can get the red, white, and blue, and then you can get the Union Jack.
The Union Jack. The Confederate flag.
The stars and bars. Yeah, there you go.
I could afford 2 flags.
You could afford 2 flags with a higher minimum wage.
I need a white man to raise minimum wage.
Well, you have a white man in office.
But he doesn't want to raise minimum.
No, he wants to make America great again. Exactly. What does he need to do to make America great again?
Get rid of Obama. Step 1 has been achieved.
Okay.
I guess we're killing time for the other 4 years. Killing time. You grabbing a hold in the match, and you're just like,
Okay, we have a square and stationary Earth. So, what...
I like where this is going. There is proof. There ain't no picture of your damn round Earth anywhere.
Hold on. So we have a square.
Look at it.
Okay, it's It's
No.
there's an indentation.
You
and then,
are nonsense.
And then all the so this is all. What is all this out here, producer Robert?
Is that the
this
dragon?
all space or is this dirt out here?
That is like a NASCAR track. A NASCAR track is an oval, and NASCAR is the world, and that is what holds, I like that America's in the middle, because all them other countries ain't worth a damn. America be right in the middle of every map.
Every map in the United States.
Every map.
Have you ever been anywhere with the United States?
Why would I'll be dragged kicking and screaming out of my beloved country. Thank you very much.
The reason why I ask is if you go to these other countries, their country is the center.
Because they're plotting against us because they're jealous of our freedom.
Yes,
There you
they're jealous
go.
of our freedom.
God, I love this map.
Okay, so it looks like there's a big valley,
Proof.
and the known world to us is inside said valley.
Yes.
And so like Australia is
Proof.
on the up curve.
Proof.
So that's why they see the sunlight at a different.
That's why all the cobras live in the, because it's hot there in Australia. It's full of cobras.
Okay.
And alligators and
I'm
such.
beginning to understand your point of view now.
See, the sun is up there and it shines down, and that's why it's hot. In the middle.
I see. Okay, so
And that's why there's not a lot of light in China, and that's why, they look like that.
I see. All right. So, yeah. All right. Well, maybe I'll have to do a little more research.
I beat you! I won the debate! I am president of OCCW! I won!
They gonna start paying all the bills?
I'm president of OCCW. No, I'm gonna make Mexico pay all the bills
There you
for
go.
OCCW.
Yes, okay, Mexico.
And we are having a show June 24th. Also, be excited. American Legion
Post
Post 716.
That yes, hey, you'll make 716. That's in Los Alamitos. That will be. Let's see, what was that? No Pity in Los Alamitos. The card is yet to be announced. We're gonna wait to see how the June 2nd show plays out, and then we're going to announce the lineup for that.
Because it's clearly not going to have Rudy. So come down June 2nd and say goodbye to Rudy Rogers, everyone.
Rudy
Rogers' retirement match.
Rudy Rogers, I'm wishing you the best of luck. I really thought you were going to pull it off with your series of matches with Othello. It didn't work out for you, but you've surprised me in the past when you won the title, when you defended the title successfully. Rudy, I'm telling you, good luck. I know you're going to do well, and if it doesn't go your way, I'm wishing you good luck. There might be some work you could do.
You are one of those bleeding heart liberals who feel sad for
This is
the
true.
little Indian. Oh, that's so sad that we took his land and all of his, and
Really?
we pooped
No.
in his uncle's skull and stuff, and his grandparents, and they're all addicted to whiskey, and they got syphilis because of the white man, and that's why you feel bad and give him 57 matches. Tony Reyes has been demanded of the popular electoral vote to challenge Othello, and you just skipped right over that, like the Democratic National Committee. There's a candidate that everybody loves, and then, Tony Reyes is beloved of everyone.
Wait a minute.
Tony Reyes.
Wait a minute. What you're saying?
Tony
Hold on a
Reyes.
second. You're saying Tony Reyes should be wrestling Othello
Yes.
and not Rudy.
Yes. Tony Reyes is like 400 pounds, and Rudy's like 40 pounds.
And you're also saying that Rudy should just be excommunicated?
I don't know what that means
Kicked
in
out of
particular.
OCCW?
Yes. He's little. You must be at least, you taller to be a champion.
So,
Tony Reyes.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. What is that?
He's the bull. He's got the bull horns.
Ah, I got you. You mess with the bull, you get the horn.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Tony Reyes.
You're a very wise man.
I am.
I'm going to put Tony Reyes against Othello. How about that?
Ha! There you go. See? Wait, no. Rudy was going to get fired.
Well, now he's not.
Did I just...
Now he's going to wrestle Freddie Helmuth. And you heard it here first. June 2nd, the Orange County Championship Wrestling at Della O Training Center, 8381 Cattell Avenue, Unit J. House rules. Othello versus Tony Reyes. Rudy versus Helmuth. Suburban Justice versus La Raza. Your man, Azrael, will come up against Mikey O'Shea.
Don't say I never did for nothing for you, you little piece of trash. You were this close. You were this close to getting permanently disbarred.
It happens. What are you going to do? For the Royal Ramble and Orange County Championship Wrestling, this is Jonathan Malice.
I'm going to drink more. I'm going to drink so much more now.
For Azrael and producer Robert, we wish you a happy Memorial Day and a fond,
I did something
good
nice
evening.
for an Indian on Memorial Day. Why?
I think it's a good idea. Congratulations. You deserve all the credit for
Why?
that.